All glory goes to our Heavenly Father, Yahawah Elohim, to Adonai, our Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, and the Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Greetings to all the Israelites out there, including the Israelite foreigners, and any other person out there that is a good person that doesn't have no clue and wants to cling on to our ways, man, because this is the time. All right, everything is led by the Spirit, and we eat grown-ass food now, so we're going to do Psalm 78. And two more Psalms according to the Spirit, man. Let's just get with it. Okay. Yahawah's kindness to rebellious Israel, man. Here it is. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from our children, telling to the generations to come in praise of the Most High, and his strength and his wonderful works that he has done. For he established a testimony in Jacob, Jacob the covenant, man, with Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, man. Yahawah is, our power, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, the children who would be born, that they may rise and declare them to the children, that they may set their hopes in the Most High, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments, and may not be like their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that did not set its heart all right, and whose spirit was not faithful with your Elohim. Yeah, man, I'm going to stop it there for a minute. We've made the mistakes of our fathers, and to the future generation to come, because now that we have remember who we are, not by any help by the outside world. It seems like they ain't been trying to tell us who we were. We're going to let that known to our children, in the kingdom. Now, let's proceed. It says, the children of Ephraim, being armed and carrying bows, turned back in the day of battle. They did not keep the covenant of the Most High. They refused to walk in his laws and forgot his works and his wonders that he has shown them. Marvelous things he did in the sights of their fathers in the land of Egypt, in the fields of Soan. He divided a sea and caused them to pass through, and he made the waters stand up like heat. In the daytime also he led them with the cloud, with a chariot. The chariot would be a light and a guide in a shade and guide in the daytime, and a pillar of light in the night, and all the night with a light of fire. See, and he split the rocks in the wilderness, and gave them drink in abundance like the depths. He also brought streams out of the rocks and caused water to run like rivers. I'm gonna stop it there real quick, man. He's talking about Ephraim, man, the northern tribe, man, the so-called Latinos, Native Americans, because we're even worse than the southern kingdom, darker brothers, in the sense, man, that our people have been plundered into idolatry to the fullest, man. They don't want to let go of that shit, man, and it's been a calamity, man. We're in shambles because of it, and 2/3 of us are gonna die, man, because even though they don't have any answer backs, they can't defend their worldly religions, they still don't want to let them go, because we're stiff-necked people, man, the whole Israelites, man. But let's proceed. But they sinned even more against him by rebellious against the Most High in the wilderness. And they tested the Most High in their hearts by asking for the food of their fancy. Yes, they spoke against the Most High. They said, can the Most High prepare a table in the wilderness? Behold, he stroked the rock so that the waters gushed out and the streams overflow. So he can give bread. Also, he can provide meat for his people. Therefore, the Most High heard this and was furious. So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came up against Israel, because they did not believe in the Most High and did not trust in his salvation. I'm gonna stop it there for a minute. Yeah, man, because we're like gimme more people, and that's why, look, man, a lot of us are in welfare and just in all bad situations, man, because Jake, the whole head is sick, man. All 12 tribes, man. That's why we find ourselves in the same position, man. We're just stiff-necked, stupid motherfuckers, man, that just choose to plunder, man. And I've been there, man, and I have to fight that syndrome too every day, man. It's self-destructive, man. Like, that's why we know we ain't shit with our Lord, man, with our law, statutes, and commandments. And let's proceed. Yet he had commanded the clouds above, see, and opened the doors of the Shamayan sea, had rained down manna on them to eat, and gave them of the bread of the heavens. Men ate angel food. He sent them food to the full. He caused an east wind to blow in the heavens, and by his power he brought in the south wind. He also rained meat on them like dust, feathered fowl like the sand of the seas, and he let them fall in the midst of their camps, all around their dwelling. So they ate and were filled, for he gave them their own desire. they were not deprived of their craving. But while their food was still in the mouth, the wrath of the Most High came against them, and slew the stouts of them, and struck down the choice men of Israel. In spite of this, they still sinned and did not believe in his wondrous works. Therefore, their days he consumed in futility, and their years in fear. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there, man. Man, obviously, man, we're just self-interested, self-centered people. They like, oh, what are you gonna do for me? What are you gonna do for me? And you know that's Jake to the fullest, man. You know, and that anger of the Most High, man. So he's like, okay, and just like right now, he's gonna give you, what, like he said, he's gonna give you what, so they ate and were filled. It says here that he'll give you what you desire. Okay, so you desire these worldly religions and Babylon and all this. He's gonna give it to you, man, and you're not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? And yet you're seeing, all these plagues. You're seeing that Esau has no answer. He's a broken man. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing all this shit, and you still don't believe, man. It's like, hey, man, that's what 2/3 of the people are done, man. It hurts, but it's true, man. And it's, let's proceed, man. When he slew them, then they sought him, and they returned and sought earnest for the Most High. Yeah, after you start seeing the cherries, you start seeing all this shit the Israelites have been saying, now you're going to be like, oh, okay, can you leave me? And he's going to say, like, I never knew you, man. Man, that's why I take heed to these words, man. Then they remembered the Most High was their rock, and the Most High their Redeemer. Nevertheless, they flattered him with their mouths, and they lied to him with their tongues. For their heart was not steadfast with him, nor were they faithful in his covenant. But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquities and did not destroy them. Yes, many a times he turned his anger away and did not stir up his wrath. For he remembered that they were but flesh, a breath that passes away and does not come again. Man, you know what, man? Father, I humble myself before him, man, because that's all of us, man. See, you're saying, because, like, even, like, I'll use me for example, man. I know the word, man, and I say and everything, man, but I come up short sometimes, man. I've, like, I don't want to say complete backslide, but I've had my, my falls, man. Giving into the flesh, or whatnot, or lose your temper, or whatever, what I'm saying, and or fornicate, or get high or drunk, whatever, and that comes up short, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I speak this word, that's why I put my head down when he said that, because that goes for all of us. But despite all that, he's willing to forgive us, man, and save us, man, because it's only one. Like, Yahawah said, it's only one unpardonable sin. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a video on that tonight, most high be willing, or tomorrow at the early, most high be willing, But yeah, but this is probably the prelude to it, man. Our glory be the Holy Spirit, man. That's what guides us, man. And like I say, Yahawah is the leader of the flock. How often they provoked him in the wilderness. Yeah, man, when we've been out here wild, man, gangbanging and idolizing and, pimping and slanging and banging, and grieve him in the desert. Yes, again and again they tempted the Most High and limited the Holy One of Israel. They did not remember his power. The day when he redeemed them from their enemy, when he worked his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zoan. Turned the rivers into blood and the streams that they could not drink. He sent swarms of flies amongst them, which they devoured them, and frogs which they destroyed. They also gave their crops to the caterpillars, their labor to the locusts. He destroyed their vines in the hail, and their sycamore trees in the frost. He gave them up their cattle to hail, and their flocks to fiery lightning. He cast on them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, indignation, and trouble. By sending angels of destruction amongst them, he made a path for his anger. He did not spare their souls from death, but gave their life over to plague. Yeah, like this coronavirus plague, man. It ain't nothing new, man. And destroyed all the firstborns in Egypt, the first of their strength in the tents of Ham. But he made his own people go forth like shepherd, and guided them in the wilderness like a flock, and he led them on safely, so that they did not fear. Yeah, because that's what we don't fear, man. We're not worried about this shit. We're happy, man. We're hoping, we're trying to work harder and harder and harder and get tighter and tighter so we can get out of here, man. But the sea overwhelmed their enemies, and he brought them to his holy border. See? So he can redeem us, man. That's what we're trying to do, man. And he brought them to his holy border, this mountain which his right hand had acquired. That's Yahawah, his right hand. He also drove out the nations before him. Yeah, man, all these fools are going to get cast aside, man. A lot of them an inheritance by survey, and made the tribes of Yahawah dwell in the tents. Yet they tested and provoked the Most High, and did not keep his testimony, but turned back and acted unfaithfully like their fathers, and they turned aside like a deceitful bow, for they provoked him to anger with their high places. What are high places, man? You know, you guys are sun worshiping and worshiping, stars, man, like these heathens and these devils, and moved him to jealous with their carved image. See, all these images, all these symbols, they represent all these worldly religions. Done, man. When the Most High heard this, he was furious and greatly abhorred Israel, so that he forsook the tabernacle of Shiloh, the tent he had placed amongst them, and delivered his strength into captivity. Yeah, he sent us over to this fucking idiot, and delivered his strength into captivity and his glory into the enemy's hands. He also gave his people over to the sword, man. Yeah, the fucking blazing sword, man. Esau, man. And was furious with his inheritance. The fire consumed their young man, and their maidens were not given into marriage. Yeah, that's why growth, they have kids out of wedlock, they're on welfare, they're fucking hood rats, they dance, they're call girls, man. They're harlots when they're daughters of Zion, man. They're princesses, man. And was furious with his inheritance. And the fire consumed their young. It says their maidens, they were not given to marriage. Their priests fell by the sword, and their widow made no lamentation. Yeah, basically, we got all these Pastor Coon and devil preachers, man. Then the Most High awoke as from a sleep, like a mighty man who shouts because of the wine, and he beat back his enemies. He put them to perpetual reproach. Moreover, he rejected the tents of Joseph and did not choose the tribe of Ephraim, but chose the tribe of Judah. Yeah, man, that's why that Mashiach came from the southern kingdom, man, because yeah, man, they plundered too, man, but not as bad as we did first, man. Mount Zion, which he destroyed, and he built his sanctuary like the heights, like the earth, which he had established forever. He also chose David, his servant, and took him from the sheepfold. From the following ewes, that a young man, he brought him to shepherd Jacob, his people, and Israel, his inheritance. So he shepherded them according to integrity of his heart, and guided them by the skillfulness of his hand. Yeah, the great awakening, man, that we're trying to, through the spirit of Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, we're trying to bring our people back, man, to his ways, man, and the northern kingdom is the ones that are more stubborn, man. They don't want to let go, man. They love Esau with all their heart and soul, man. All their heart and soul, man. We're gonna go to Psalms 80. We're gonna go to that was the end of Psalm 78, right? You know what? And we're gonna go to Psalms 80. It goes here. It goes on. It's called Prayer for Israel's Restoration. Give ear, shepherds of Israel, you who lead Joseph like a flock, you who dwell between the cherubim, shine forth. Yeah, because the throne of the Most High is between that piece of shit cherubim, the cover, the sun, the idol, and the firmament. See, because it's the idol, the firmament, and the Most High. Shine forth. Before Ephraim, Benjamin, Messiah, stir up their strength and come and save us. Restore us, O Yahawah Elohim. Give your face to shine, and we shall be saved. O Yahawah, host of hosts, how long will you be angry against the prayer? Your people, you have fed them with the bread of tears and given them tears to drink in measures. You have made us a strife to our neighbors, and our enemies laugh amongst them. Restore us, Yahawah Elohim. Cause your face to shine, and we shall be saved. You have brought a vine out of Egypt. You have cast out the nations and planted it. You prepared room for it and caused it to take root and fill the land. The hills were covered in its shadow, and the mighty cedars in its broad. She sent out her burrows to the sea, and her branches to the river. Why have you broken down her hedges, so that all that bypass the way pluck her fruit? The boar out of the woods upright, and the wild beasts of the field devour. Return, we beseech you, O Yahawah Most High. Look down from the Shamas and see. Visit this vineyard, and the vineyard which your right hand has planted. That's Yahawah Shai's flock. And the branch that you made strong, strong for yourself, it is burning with fire. It is cut down. They perish at the rebuke of your cuttingness. Let your hand be upon the man of your right hand, upon the Son of Man whom you made strong for yourself. Then we will not turn back from you. Revive us, and we will call upon your name. Restore us, O Yahawah Elohim. Cause your face to shine, and we shall be safe. Alright, I'm going to stop it there real quick for a minute, man. Hey, look, man, see what I'm saying? This is how suicidal people is, man. That, you know what? When he says here, I'm running back, you have fed them with the bread of tears. That, man, we have done nothing but suffer since we've been in captivity, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we love it, man. We just, turn on each other and get whatever we can, man. You have made us strife our neighbors, because every time that, all these other nations, man, see the so-called Latinos and African Americans. They see us as a threat. We're always in the jail systems, man. We're writing on walls. We're just savages, wild, man. Like, see, so we become a scorn, a strife to our neighbors, and who can restore us? We're really the nation undesired, man. Because we're not for nobody. We don't fit to nothing but the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? It says here, look, we're gonna go to prayer to. You know what? We're gonna go to we're gonna go to Psalms. Let's see how long we got, man. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go to Psalms 82 and 83, man. It says, Psalms 82 says a plea for justice. Yahawah stand in the congregation of the mighty. He judges amongst the gods. Yeah, because all these the Most High, man. He's the Most High. See, but all these the sun, the moon, all these stars, they're gods to these fucking nations. That's what it's saying here, that he stays above them. How long will you judge unjustly and show partially to the wicked? Defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Free them from the hand of the wicked. They do not know, nor do they understand. Yeah, some of these people are still stupid. They walk about in darkness. Yeah, man. They think this shit is going to get better and all that. All the foundations of the earth are unstable. And yes, they are right now. And you said, you are gods? Yeah, he's looking at the stars and he's looking at the fucking heatings. And all you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men and fall like one of the prince. Arise, O Yahawah Elohim, judge the earth, for you shall inherit all nations. There you go, see that after he wipes out the wickedness, he's going to inherit the whole world, man. The whole nation is going to have to abide, man. And we're going to end it with Psalms 83, man. A prayer to frustrate the conspiracy against us, because everything's a conspiracy against us. Do not keep silent, O Elohim. Do not hold your peace. Do not be still, O Yahawah Elohim, for behold, your enemies make a tumult. And those who hate you have lifted up their heads. They have taken crafty counsels against their people. Yeah, crafty counsels means they counsel with this divination, sorcery, witchcraft to the sun, the moon, to the stars, man, to the host of the heavens, man. Watch, man. Next, most I be willing, man. The next, it's just pretty gonna come hard, man. They have taken crafty counsels against your people, and consulted together against your sheltered ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. And they did, man. That the name of Yahawah may be remembered no more, for they have consulted together with one consent. They form a confederacy against you. Yeah, man, so our Abba can come and kill that. That's what 2/3 of our people won't die, man, because they love Esau and the Heathen ways, man. The tents of Edom, see, Esau, Edom, man, and the Ishmaelites, man, that's like the Arabs, man, Moab, the Chinese, the Hangrites, the Gebels, the Ammon, the Amalek. Ammon is Japan. Amalek is fucking gutter rats, man. Phoenicia with the inhabitants, Tyre, that's fucking stupid. Italy, man. Assyria, man. The Arabs too also has joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot deal with them as with Midian, as with Sisera, as with Jabin in the book of Kishan, who perished at Endor, who became as refuse on the earth, make their nobles like Oreb and like Seb, yes, all the prince like Seba and Salmuma, who said, let us take for ourselves the pastures of the Most High for possession. Oh, Yahawah my Elohim, make them like the whirlwind dust, like the shaft before the wind, as the fire burns the wood, and as the flames set the mountains on fire. So pursue them with your tempest, and frighten them with your storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek your name, O Yahawah Elohim. Let them be confounded and dismayed forever. Yes, let them be put to shame and perish, that they may know that you, whose name alone is the Most High, Yahawah Elohim, are the Most High over all the earth. Selah, man. See, that's basically, he's saying what's happening now, man. All these nations that he mentions are getting stricken bad, man. They're getting beat down, man. And the places where the Israelites dwell, not really, but they're pushing it there too, man. But it's going to only hit the 2/3 kumchaks, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a respiratory virus. That means that, if you don't have the ruaka, then, you don't have the breath of life, man. Get key to all these words, man. And this is mainly to the hope for a leg and any chick that's on the fence, man. And like I said, anybody from any other nation that wants the truth, man. Because I already had come to agreement, man, that, our people are our own worst enemy, man. They've been killing the prophets, man. So there's Jake, man, it's a rap, man. But, man, Most High be willing, like I said, man, we're going to drop it. And I already have the name of the next video. Is going to be the unpardonable sin. The sin that's it's unforgiven, man. Got to learn to understand what it really is, man. And on that note, shalom, fam.